Good morning, class. I'm Miss Garza, and today's lesson I'm going to be teaching you how to convert base 6 to base 10. So first things first, please take out your math notebooks and turn to the vocabulary section. I'm going to be going over some vocabulary with y'all. So the first vocabulary word is going to be base 10. It has 10 digits from 0 to 9, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And also we use this method in everyday life to count. So the next vocabulary is going to be base 6. It has 6 digits from 0 to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? So our next vocabulary word is going to be base raised to a power. It looks like this. We haven't used this system yet, but it's called an exponent. So this big number right here, which is the 6, is called the base. The little number, which is above the 6, which is the 3, is called the exponent, or we known as the power. And for how this to work, which is you want to write 6 3 times. 6 times 6 times 6, which is going to end up equaling 216. Okay, so next I'm going to go over some math steps that will tell you how to do each problem step by step. When I work some examples with you, then I will hand out a worksheet for y'all to do on your own or on a group together. So anyone, please raise your hands or have any questions while I go over some problems. So first we're going to go over the math steps. So math steps. First step, write the powers on each 6 up here, numbering them backwards, which is going to look like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, which are the exponents or the power. Number 2, calculate the value of each power, write it underneath in row 2. When I go over the math problem, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Step 3, write down the digits from the problem underneath row 3. Number 4, multiply the numbers in row 2 and row 3. Step 5, add up the numbers in the bottom row. And step 6 is write the answers in the space. So I'm going to demonstrate to y'all and show y'all how the base 6 to base 10 works. So the first one we're going to do, first number is 120, 31, base 6. That's the first question. So step 1, write the powers of the 6, numbering them from backwards, which I already did, and it's going to stay up here through the whole time. 0, 1, 2, 3. So this here is going to be number 1, step 1. Second step, calculate the values of each power and write them underneath row 2. 6 to the 0 power, which is
0.
1. 6 to the first power, which is
6.
yes, that is 6. 6 to the second power. Anybody?
36.
Yeah, that's correct. 36. 6 to the third power, which is 6 times 6 times 6 equals
216.
216. That's correct. This is step 2. Step 3. Write down the digits from the problem underneath row 3. Question 261, base 6. So you're going to write backwards. 1, 3, 2, 1, which is the same for step 3. Step 3. Step 4, multiply the numbers in row 2 and in row 3. 1 times 1 is
1.
1. 6 times 3 is
18.
18, correct. 36 times 2, 72. 216 times 1, anybody know that?
216.
Correct, 216. That is step 4. Step 5, add up the numbers in the bottom row. So you do 2 plus 72 plus 18 plus 1. Does anybody know? 307. Remember, step 5 is to add. So 1,231 base 6 is 307. That's how we convert base 6 to base 10. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay.
No.
I'm gonna go over next problem. We're gonna do 2,144 base 6. So remember, step 1, write down the powers from 0 to 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Step 2, you gotta calculate what is 6 to the base 0 power, which is, remember, 1. It's the same as the first one. 0. 6 to the first power is still 6. 6 to the second power is still 36. 6 to the third power is 216. Remember, step 2. Step 3. Write down the digits from the problem underneath row 3. We're going to write 2,144 right here in the third row. Multiply the numbers from 2 and 3. 1 times 4 is
4.
4. 6 times 4?
42.
24. 36 times 1? 36. 216 times 2? Nobody knows? It's 432. Remember, this is step 4. Step 5. Add up the numbers in the bottom row. Okay. I'm going to do 432 plus 36 plus 24 plus 4. Does anybody know what this here? Anybody? No? It's going to equal 498. That is our answer. So 2,144 base 6 equals 498. Does anybody have any questions before I go one last problem?
No.
Good. Y'all are understanding what I'm talking about. Then leave this one up here, step 1 and step 2, just because they're going to be the same. So our next problem is 1,342 base 6. So really, think the concept of step 1 and step 2 is the same. You're going to write 0 to 3 on each one. You're going to write from each power 1, 3, 36, and 216. So let's just go ahead and jump into step 3. Which is we're gonna write 1,342 right here on the bottom in row 30. So does anybody remember what our next step is?
Multiply numbers in row 2 and 3.
Yeah, that is correct. So does anybody know what 1 times 2 is?
2.
2. 6 times 4? is 24. 36 times 3, 108. 216 times 1?
216.
Yes, 216. Step 4. Now, step 5. Does anybody remember what we do on step 5?
Add up the numbers.
Yes, add up the numbers. 216 plus 108 plus 24 plus 2. Anybody know? No? Okay. Well, it's 350. That's what it is. So 1,342 base 6 is 350. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hand out a sheet of paper. You're gonna go ahead and work for 10 to 15 minutes. You have to work by yourselves in a group. And we're gonna go over the rest of the problems on the board. So here I go. Raise y'all's hands if y'all have any questions. Okay, y'all's time is up. So the first questions that I had gave y'all, which we're gonna go over, which is 3,436 base 6. Now this should be pretty easy, just like how we did on our previous problems that we did. Remember, step 1, write the powers of each 6, numbering them backwards, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And it's going to be the same just as our previous one for row 2, 1, 6, 36, and 216 for step 2. Step 3, remember, write down the digits from the problem underneath row 3. So 3,443. 3,443 for step 3. Multiply the numbers of row 2 and 3 for step 4. 1 times 3 is 3. 3. 6 times 4?
24.
24. 36 times 0?
36.
0. Every time you multiply a 0, it's just always 0. 216 times 3? 648. Step 5. Remember, you add all of them up. 648 plus 0 plus 200 plus 24 plus 3. Anybody know? 675. 3,403 base 6, which is 645. Looks like y'all are getting it. So we're going to go over 2 more problems before I send y'all off with some homework to do. 2013 base 6. Remember, step 1 and step 2 is always going to be the same, so I'm not going to go ahead and go over that because I think y'all got that pretty well done. So now we're going to write 2,000, write down the digits from the underneath in row 3. So we're going to go ahead and write 2013 in row 3. Remember, step 4 is multiply the numbers in row 2 and row 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times 1?
6.
6. 36 times 0?
0.
216 times 2? 432. Step 5. Remember the numbers. So 432 plus 0 plus 6 plus 3. Anybody know? 141. 2013 base 6, which equals 441. I'm going to go over one more problem with you. Does anybody have any questions? No? Taking that as a no, but okay. Then 4 base 6. Remember, step 1, step 2, I'm leaving the same. Step 3, we're going to go ahead and write the number 1004 in row 3. Step 4. Multiply the numbers in row 2 and 3. 1 times 4 is
4.
4. 6 times 0,
6.
0. 36 times 0,
0.
yes, 0. 216 times 1,
216.
216. Yes, y'all are getting the hang of it. Step 4. Step 5. Add up the numbers in the bottom row. 216 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4. Does anybody know what that one is?
220.
Yes, that is correct. 200 was 220. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all about 20 problems. Y'all going to go ahead and take it home for homework. And you're going to bring it over tomorrow in class. We're going to go ahead and go over it as a group. So that if you have any questions, other questions, y'all could go ahead and answer. So today, y'all learned how to do base 6 to base 10.